What's the Not Your Finest Hour podcast? What is that all? I mean, I've heard stories.
Not Our Finest Hour podcast. I'll have to check out one of these days when I get a minute to listen to it. I've been told it's not for everyone. Just the general reviews I hear on it. It has been getting really good reviews.
And I've never personally listened to it, but I have heard it's not for everyone.
I listened to the Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Just great podcast. I've really enjoyed that.
I'm not endorsing anything. But what Caleb told me, he said, don't endorse anything unless you listen to it first.
I do once in a while listen in, and it's a lot of fun. But I do got to be careful. It is not for everyone.
Caleb Allman is always dropping nugs that it's one of the most value-added shows out there.
Of course, through all the Not Our Finest Hour, you guys poking fun at so much different stuff is absolutely killer.
I don't feel any oppression tonight. In fact, I feel very free. Not Our Finest Hour podcast. Thanks for being here.
I'm Interlock Ian, and I wouldn't fucking miss the Not Our Finest Hour podcast for nothing.
Welcome to the beginning of the podcast on Thursday, to be released in less than 12 hours. Well, unless Mike sleeps in or forgets to release the podcast. It's definitely possible. That could happen.
It's on me.
I'm so fucking tired.
One of those weeks or what?
Yeah, and Paisley has soccer on Sunday till we didn't get home till 12:30.
Yeah.
And then
we'll do that.
on Monday we didn't get home until 12:30.
Yikes.
And then last night they called her up to back up on the League One Premier team,
Oh,
which is like the top level. But like I knew she wasn't going to play. They called her in as a backup, but like, what if she did?
yeah.
I wasn't there.
You
I
had to
wasn't
be there. Yeah.
Yeah. What if she did play and I wasn't there? Like, so I went to that, got home at midnight. That's just been, and we have a job in Scarborough going. We have a job in Richmond Hill. The job in Scarborough is the U of T one that's super fucked, where we discovered the underground bunker where the permeable parking spot's supposed to be.
Underground bunker.
We got 7,000 square feet of pavers going down in Richmond Hill. We have a fair size planting job we started on Wednesday in Brampton. Our Barrie job that we thought was complete got a bunch of extras added to it. So we got a job going in Barrie.
Nice.
We have a job going in Brantford.
How big's your crew? 10?
We have 6 employees, baby.
Oh,
Yeah. Wow. Tyler from Hallscape is helping us out with him and his crew are helping us. You know what sucks? It doesn't suck. It's not bad. I'm not going to complain. Like, there's a lot of people don't have any work. Is that we had like nothing going on for like a month. I was struggling every day, fighting with people to like, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? And now it's like the whole world is crashing down at once. I think we have one other thing going on too.
Yep.
That I fucking maybe
Yep.
forgot about. Oh, we have a fill site that I have to take care of. Tomorrow I'm running 9 dump trucks and the bin truck and all the other shit.
and you still have time to do all of this for us. Come here and spend 2 hours of your time with us for everyone out there.
Master my own demise, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thankful to be
Or we're
busy.
witnessing your rise to the top.
Ooh.
My rise to the top was a long time ago. I fell off that mountain a long time ago. Yeah. On top of that, my wife is trying to buy this fucking Bronco, and it's like impossible. It's been going on for 2.5 weeks. Like,
Why? Because nobody wants them?
no, because the dealership's just incompetent. They're just fucking useless. Like they're just fucking useless or something. I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Are there no other Ford dealers she can go to?
So she wants a very specific model. It's called a Freestyle, and it has the fade on it so it looks like a 70s Bronco.
Okay, yeah, I've seen them.
That fade, that's what the model she wanted. And she really wants that model. And I said, if that's what you want, buy what you want. But they only made them in 2024 and they didn't make very many of them. And she wants a brand new one. So this dealership said, we can find one, we will bring it in for you.
Of course, it's always yes, yes, yes until
So they
sometimes
said,
it goes.
okay. So
It's the same thing
they,
with big trucks. Does she know that?
it's very similar. They don't get. I thought of you because on our way to Barrie, there's a Mac dealer.
A Mac.
And on the way to the job site, there's a
What about
Mac
me
dealer.
says I'd love to buy a Mac
No,
truck?
no, I'm saying in the Mac dealer, there was like 20 dump trucks ordered exactly the same. And I'm like, when I drove by them all ordered exactly the same, and I'm like, that's why no one gives a fuck about me and Chad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this motherfucker bought 20 trucks at once. Like, that's why no one cares about my $330,000 truck. No one cares about your $330,000 truck. Because
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of these dealerships, it's fucking like buying a Chevette. It's like me and you are buying a that used car they traded in for 500 that they can't even send to the auction.
Yeah.
That's what we're buying from these people.
Yeah.
Same level.
And to me, this truck costs more than my first and second house combined. Like, this is
I
not
live in
peanuts here, but apparently it is, right?
I paid $219,000 for my house, and I have $1 million worth of trucks in my yard.
Yeah.
That's like fucked up, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's super fucked up. It's a I don't know,
Uh,
sometimes like I don't know, this week's just been we've had like every day this week, but today we had at least 8 triaxles running for us.
wow.
Today we only had 4 or 5. I lose track. Like someone called me today and said, "Can Cody do a bin?" And I said, "I don't know. Call her." Like
Yeah.
I'm in fucking Brantford, and I like because the Mammoth's brand new, the track stretched, which is what happens with brand new machines, and the track came off. So I think when that call came, I was in Brampton, not Brantford, putting the track back on. I'm like, listen, man, I'm like covered in fucking grease. I don't understand how this track goes on and off because I've never done it before. I'm fucking really struggling. Can you call Cody? Like, well, you don't know where she is. I'm like, I have no fucking clue where she is. I don't know what she's doing. Like, she's
And
she's a good person. She has Kelly and I's best interests at heart all the time, and we have her best interests at heart. I start her in the morning, and then she fills her fucking day. I don't know who calls her. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I don't care. At the end of the week, I process all the tickets that are in her pouch. Many times I process the tickets in Cody's pouch. I have no fucking clue what she did all week. I'm like, huh, Cody did like 40 bins this week, or 10 bins, or 5. I don't fucking know what she's doing. No fucking idea.
can you
I had to keep
pinpoint
track of her too. Like,
can you pinpoint exactly when your business got away from you like that? Because I used
yeah.
to know where everything was all the time.
Mm,
Every single worker. Because it was probably with me. We were 3 of us working. And
that's
then
true. Yeah,
then I
fair,
had to be
fair.
I had to be doing the hydro seeding and I had to be grading the base and I had to be building this retaining wall. And one day it just became too much and like you deal with it. Shane, go hydro seed that. Scott, go put the base in here. Like it just became too much and I threw my hands up and we just started to fly or fucking torpedo. And we're
Mm.
not at the bottom yet, but it's one or the other. But one day I just
I,
had to give up trying to do everything myself. It wasn't
I
engineered to get me off the tools. There's way too much shit for me to do on my own.
I think I said to Kelly this week, I was talking to her because I, I feel like the Brantford job is a huge wall job. I don't know if you guys saw the video of how many fucking skids of wall are there. It's
Mhm.
fucking crazy. Like the whole townhouse complex is triple stack skids of wall. It's like I got there and I was like, I don't remember this being this big when we priced it. What the fuck? What is all this wall for? Even today, there's 3 separate walls. Was there today talking to the guys, and I'm like, "Do you guys feel like there's way too much wall here?" And they're like, "Yeah, because the client bought the wall. We didn't buy it." I'm like, I feel
Oh,
like some of this is leaving. Like it's got nothing to do with us. Anyways, I said to Kelly, I said, like, this is the first time in my whole life where I'm getting, like, I stop, I do the schedule all day, like, and then I check it and double check it. And like, I'm the first time in my whole life where I felt like I was getting some actual self-satisfaction of just managing everything. I felt like I'm a vital part of how a whole bunch of people are making a living and feeding their families. And, you know, we have like, it just, and then sometimes I'm just like the epic amount of money that it costs us to operate every day now. Like our broker bill is going to be like $60,000 this week.
Yeah.
60 grand in broker trucks. Like it's just the epic amount of money that it costs just for us to roll out of bed now is just and it's to other people it's nothing, and I get it. It's a nothing amount of money, but for me, I'm just like, man, I feel like I shouldn't be in charge of this. This doesn't seem like something that's going to go well at some point. I don't, but all the like honestly, like all the guys, the the crews are all doing really great. Like everywhere I go, I've never been disappointed. I haven't been upset. They're all hitting they're all getting done exactly what they're supposed to get done in a day. I mean, obviously, I always hope things are going a bit faster, but like everyone's getting done everything they have. Everyone's making responsible choices. And I'm like, maybe after 15 or 20 years of knowing all these people, they're good. They don't need me to. I feel like every time I show up on a job site, it makes it slower. Like things are going and they're going like we have the stupid tamper. Brad did like a full service to this thing, investigated it on their fucking website. Like I mean, he checked fucking everything. He serviced it, took it to the job in Brantford. They start using it. They call me, hey, this thing still won't go forward. It only goes backwards and it crawls forward, but it won't go. I'm like, fuck. So today I went to I went to Richmond Hill, got that, saw those guys, made sure like just because they're laying like this huge thing of pavers, and I want to make sure they don't have to do it twice, right? So I just been checking on it, check on it. Then I went to put the track back on the Mammoth, got that back on, and then I was like, you know what? I should probably go out to Brantford and get that fucking tamper and bring it back because it's fucked. So I drove all the way to Brantford, which is like 2 hours away. Fucking got there. I said, okay, I'm here to get the tamper. I said, can you guys just show me what it's doing and I'll make a video and then it won't do it anymore. It seems fine.
Oh,
I was
cool.
like, well, at first I thought this is a fucking waste of time that I just wasted all my time. Then I was like, if I hadn't driven here, it wouldn't have fixed itself. So this was actually a fucking great use of my time.
Yeah, I suppose.
There's no way that tamper works properly if I don't drive to Brantford today.
When you left, did it stop working?
They did not call me to say that, but they also knew I probably would have been pissed at them. So they did say, if it stops working, we will just bring it home with us on Friday. Okay. So they did not call me about it, and we'll see if they bring it home with them. But I will not be purchasing that brand of tamper again, ever. I'm done with them.
It's a big name brand for tampers.
It's a huge brand for tampers. They're fucking garbage. Actually, the tamper worked good. It was a good tamper. The service is garbage. As long as your tamper doesn't break, it's a fucking great tamper. But if your tamper breaks, the service is absolute fucking trash. The dealer can't get the person to service it. The dealer also said they've sold like 200 of them, and I'm the only one who had one that broke. And I'm like, that sounds about like right for me. Sounds right on par.
But the Mammoth is treating you well.
Mammoth is great. Minus it, the track came off, and then it's got like you need three. Once you understand how to get the grease out to shrink the idler to get the track back on, it's actually pretty easy. But it's a 3-stage. There's a cap, and you need these aren't the exact sizes, so don't anyone rush out when they have their Mammoth and buy these fucking sockets. But you need to get the original cap off. you need like a 3/4 inch socket. Then you get to a secondary plug and you remove the secondary plug with a 1.5 inch socket. And then you have to take this thing that has a grease nipple on it and screw it on. And that is another size of socket. It takes 3 sizes of socket to do this, but this is apparently the same system that Ditch Witch uses. So like the Mammoth has this convenient thing where it's supposed to hold the manual, but there's no manual in there. So we put all the sockets in there. And this thing with the grease nipple on it that screws onto it, because I felt like as long as we have this thing, all 3 sockets should be, because what are the chances of everybody having these three? They're all big sockets too, like 1.5, like who has this shit just lying around? So we'll keep it with the Mammoth at all times.
We call that the tractor set, the tractor sockets. I don't know why. We just have a big set of really big sockets, and we call it the tractor set of sockets. Get the tractor sockets. I'm having a hell of a time getting this new bin truck insured, or I was having a hell of a time. The last step was well, they still haven't put the trailer brake control on it. They can't get one for some reason, but that's beside the point.
You can buy one at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, I almost had a shit. Oh, it still hasn't come in. It still hasn't. Fuck off.
Did you say I'll drive down to Canadian Tire and get one? Their
Yeah.
distribution center's right here.
They need to process the first payment, so we can't have it till that's out. But I was trying to get this thing insured, call my insurance. They called me back, said, "Is this thing really worth $375,000?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty close." Like, oh, well, because it's over 250 grand, we need a CVOR level 2. It's
What the
They
fuck
just
is
want
that?
to check my CVOR. I don't, well, apparently you've never had to deal with it, but they need
Kelly
CVOR
probably has.
abstract level 2 to
Do you want me to
prove
get
that our
Kelly?
drivers aren't dog shit and like crash shit. So last time I got one of these things, it was a level 1, and you had to order it by mail. It comes in fucking snail mail, 2 weeks to get here. So I hit the roof. I told insurance, I'm like, if you can't get this done, like I will switch everything, like my house, the property, all the trucks, like my life insurance. I will fucking take everything out of your company and put it somewhere else if you can't get this done. Like, oh, well, it's the law, we can't, this and that. Fine, whatever. Make an appointment at Service Ontario, find out you can get it there. Show up, Service Ontario, first thing Tuesday morning, whenever they open my appointment. Go to the desk, here for a CVR level 2. Oh, for that, you have to write a written note that says you're requesting a CVOR level 2. Here, just write it on this paper. Write it down, write my CVOR number, turn it, pass it to the lady. She goes, oh, this is for a corporation. We need it on your letterhead. What? You need this handwritten note on my fucking letterhead? Yeah, we can't accept this. Like, so you want me to make another appointment and come here another day with it? She's like, well, how far do you live? I don't know, 10 minutes away. She's like, well, we'll be here. Just wave at us whenever you come back with the note and we'll take care of you. Fine. Get home, find out how to put something on my letterhead, just saying, Natural Design is requesting CVR level 2. Get back there. Try to wave the lady down. You know what she does? She takes her little fucking, oh, sorry, this thing is closed, gone on break or whatever, and she fucking sticks it right up in her kiosk. So I grab a fucking ticket and wait 45 minutes. Get my CVOR after I'll wait. Bring it to insurance. All is good, apparently. So it's good until I have to register it, and then I've got to bring in my articles of incorporation again to deal with this shit. But that was a fiasco all in itself. It was a nightmare. And then today, while I was on another job, looking at a job that I didn't even know we had up until this morning, whenever I showed up at the very important site meeting that I didn't know I was going to be a part of with the architect and Parks Canada and Tomlinson and the engineers. Um, there was a woman driver driving a tandem with a load of brush on, and I said, maybe Mike's onto something with all these women drivers being so great. I'm like, this girl really looks like she's got it together. And then she made the turn and completely took out the box on a brand new Tomlinson pickup truck. Like just fucking annihilated this box. And I'm like, ugh. And it was probably a good 10 paces from where this important meeting was taking place. And I thought to myself, well, maybe it's just this woman who's a bad driver. And then she says, oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. I was trying not to hit the excavator over here. It's like, that black truck is parked a little close. It's his fault. And that was my truck, my black truck. And I'm thinking, in what world does another truck being too close mean let's give her into the side of this brand new pickup truck?
Why wouldn't they just, if you guys don't stand there, why wouldn't she just ask you to move the truck?
Well, it was too late after she hit it, right? But yeah, like it would have been absolutely no problem to move the truck. It wasn't, there was no rush. It seemed like a fairly calm site, other than the giant, huge mountain, the highest topsoil mountain I'm ever gonna have to put topsoil on, I think. It was probably a good 150 feet up, not scalable by human being. We're gonna sling it to the top and roll the erosion mat down. But that's a whole other story. And
So how did you not know you had this job?
I emailed them a month ago because Jack spent a lot of time on this job. This was a $500,000 planting job. And I emailed them and said, hey, what's going on? I heard we were low bid. Um, can you give me something on this job? And they said, oh, they're still not sure what they're going to do because in 2 years this bridge is slated for more structural engineering and more work. So they don't want to go putting these $400,000 plants in with that coming up. Left it at that. Didn't hear anything until last week whenever they said, there's a site meeting for this job. You need to come down. Okay, great. So I came down and they said, oh, okay, we got to topsoil this and do this and we need you to hydro seed by the end of next week. Like, what do you mean hydro seed end of next week? They're like, yeah, well, you're good to start here on Monday. I'm good to start here on Monday. Like, I only found out about this job last week. Like, oh no, you should have known 6 months ago. No, I had to ask for an update a month ago, and there was still no answer then. Like, the heads aren't talking here. I can't be here next Monday for this $200,000 topsoil and seed job. And then the Brown architect proceeds to question me on why the hydroseed will not germinate this time of year. And I just said, hydroseed doesn't, no, nothing grows in the middle of summer. Well, why? What if we water it? You understand this is low bid here, right? As much as you don't want to tell them it's low bid, because nobody wants to hear after the fact it's your low bid, that you're asking for top dollar work, top dollar assurances that this will grow on a low bid job. Well, we just want it to look good. I want it to look good
Who
too.
goes there if it's the size of a bridge?
Uh, Apparently enough people because Parks Canada wants it cleaned right up. Like even sod in some spaces. So it's it'll be beautiful once it's done, but
Who goes there?
I don't know.
It's the side of a bridge.
A train bridge, not even like a pedestrian bridge. I suppose you could take your boat into the bottom of the locks or something underneath, but
no one's wandering around there.
not necessarily, no.
There's not like a trail through there, a beautiful trail where you
There's
get to
no
see
beautiful trail there.
the beauty of Cornwall.
They asked, it's not Cornwall, it's Smith Falls. Not
Mhm.
even in Cornwall, it's an hour and 40 minutes away. And they asked me about a maintenance plan, and like again, low bid work, unless it stipulates in the contract, there is no maintenance plan here. Well, sometimes when the other guys put in sod, they'll cut it 3 times. And then the Thompson guy finally chimes in. He's like, that's not in the project documents. Oh, okay. I guess we'll have to cut it. Yeah. I can give you the great solution, but it's not the great price with the great solution. And then they kept talking about, oh, this is cost plus, cost plus, cost plus, all this stuff, cost plus. That's not a credit card to just do whatever you want here. You have to approve all this stuff before it starts. Like, no, no, we'll just pay it after. This is all extras. That's a great way to not get paid and piss people off at the end.
Perfect way.
Like, why does nobody want to have the money conversation before the fact? They want to deal with it after.
We at our one job, they keep adding stuff, right? And they added topsoil in this area, and I said to Jack, should we like pull out all the snow, like dirty silt fence from the construction that's half, you know what silt fence looks after 3 years?
Yeah.
Half buried,
Like a pain
TiVo
in the
sticking out of the
ass.
ground. Fucking, I'm like, they want us to pull all this out? Nope. They said leave that. I'm like, okay, but we're like terrace seeding up to it. So what, someone's gonna climb through the fresh terrace seed in a year to pull, like, what do you, I said, well, like everything commercial, I'm like, I don't really care. Tell me what you want me to do. I'll do that. And I don't care what doesn't get done. I'm not here to change the world. I'm not here to make the new salt shed at Berry Operations a better place for everybody. I really don't give a shit. So don't want it out,
That's
don't want it
commercial contracting in a nutshell.
out. And then there was what?
That's commercial contracting in a nutshell.
Yeah. So they there was two things they had asked us to add, and one of them, the site super on site had said, do this. And the city of Barrie came and moved all their shit. So we did it. And then the project manager was like, oh, we got to get this approved. I'm like, it's approved. It's done, man. Like it's the site super, the city said to do it. But Ricky had been smart and filled out hourly bills for everything and had the site super sign it because we have an existing hourly contract with them. And so when the project manager is like, well, no one approved that, I'm like, I don't really care, man. Like we have an existing hourly thing going on, so I'll just invoice it. I couldn't give a fuck. Approve it, don't approve it. It's getting invoiced. Your super directed us to do it, and he signed the tickets. His signature's on every ticket. I really don't fucking care.
Love that. Yeah.
It makes no difference to me. You do whatever. Anyways, after we float all the equipment off site, everything's gone. We're done. The terrace seed guy's there fucking terrace seeding, blah, blah, blah. This guy calls. I was up there checking on the terrace seed guy because I felt like we should have some kind of fucking presence. I went up to check on the terrace seed guy. Plus, I just love driving everywhere every day. If I can't put 1,000 kilometers a day on my truck, what is the point of living? There's no point in being alive.
Today. Yeah.
I've like my truck does 800, 900 kilometers to a tank. I fill it up every morning.
Oh.
Like I think it started the week at 282 and it's at 286 now or something on it. Like this is crazy. Like so Jack calls and says, hey, all that grading that they never approved on the contaminated salt soil they don't want to remove. I said, yeah. Said they just gave us the contract for all that. Like we have no equipment here anymore. We were emailing them every day going, yo, we're floating all the equipment away. Yo, the equipment's going to leave. Yo, the guys are leaving. Yo, we're gone. 48 hours later, approved. Like you couldn't have done this last week when we were all fucking here. We had guys working the night shift. like, so then I called my buddy who from up there, Tyler Carr, and I go, Ty, do you have a like excavator you could float over here and do this grading for a day with an operator? He's like, yep. I said, okay, bring it over. I met him. I showed him the ridiculous shit that has to happen. I said, can you do this in a day? He said, yep. I said, all right, just invoice me for it. Fuck it, whatever. And then today, Jack called me, hey, we need to tell the operator guy to tear out all the silt fence. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck are we? They're like, oh, they're gonna pay us hourly to tear out the silt fence. I'm like, okay, great.
Right.
Why couldn't we have done this like 2 weeks ago? Like, oh, it's fucking brutal.
Even the project managers can't manage a project sometimes.
No.
Like it just doesn't make any sense. But
I had a meeting with on our U of T project with the project manager, and I think he's like a tenured professor there that deals with the rats, who is very invested in this project for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, very nice. They're both very nice, very competent, very direct people. And they're like, yeah. I said, we're probably going to need a redesign because like there's a underground bunker here and this is a permeable parking spot. And I think that like you don't want to dump water onto your basement roof, suspended slab. Seems like a terrible idea. And they were like, yeah, we'll have to redesign it. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to go do another job because I like the guys have to be working. So I'm going to go do another job and then I'll come back when that job's done. And it's probably going to take a week and a half for them to do the other job. Oh no, we'll have this sorted out in 12 hours for you.
what?
And I said, okay, we're talking about completely redesigning this job, a complete repricing of the job. Like, then it has to go back to the approvals process. Like all of it, and I said to them, like, we're sending an RFI or an RFI because I want to know what we're doing about the fact that we randomly exposed the suspended slab that's covered in waterproofing because no one knew it was there. Like I said, what if this is fucked? I don't know. They're like, do you think it's fucked? I'm like, does it matter what I think? Like, who cares what I think? I said, I don't think we damaged it, but I don't want to pour concrete over it 14 inches thick and find out the fucking roof is leaking. But then I also thought, no one even knows where this is in the building. So probably no one goes there. So no one would even know the roof was fucking leaking. But I was like, I said, we'll send some RFIs. They said, great. They're amazing people. They're such easy people to work with. I said, great. We'll send some RFIs. Like it's now Friday. We haven't heard back from them. So I'm like, I think this is going to take a month to get sorted out.
Yeah.
They had an engineer come to look at all the holes we vacuumed, to see all the exposed, like endless exposed cables that run into this building.
Oh, great.
I said, and at the meeting, I said, just so we're all on the same page, you guys currently own 70 tons of weird granular O. Because I had to buy it and have it custom blended. So I own it. It's 70 tons of this shit. So you own it. Like if some engineer says we're doing all A gravel and B gravel in this hole now because it's solid concrete, this granular O is getting delivered to this place and you're going to own it. I don't care what you choose to do with it. You have 400 acres. Dump it in the back corner. I couldn't give a fuck. But it needs to leave my supplier's yard who custom made it for me. And it needs to come here and I need to invoice for it because I'm not eating. I'll eat the extended fence rental. The fence rental is like $200 a month or something. I give a fuck. Like I don't care. But I'm not eating 70 tons of this weird granular O that no one wants. That is a ridiculous mix.
What is it like?
It's one bucket of they make it in like 3-yard buckets, right? So it's 1 3-yard bucket of 1 inch clear, 1 1/4 inch clear, not 1 inch. 1 inch will fail. It has to be 1 1/4 inch clear, whatever the fuck. Our truck, Chris said, I'm not going to get this shit. You have to go all the way to Dundas. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'll send our truck. So I sent Andrew to go get 12 tons because the 12 tons is what you need in the 70-ton mix. But you like the truck can haul 22, but why are you bringing back 10 tons of some weird size stone that no one ever buys? So he went all the way to Dundas for 12 tons. Anyways, it's when you do the mix, you do 1 3-yard bucket of 1 1/4 inch clear or whatever the fuck it is, 1 bucket of 3/4 clear, 1 bucket of crusher run, and 3 buckets of HPV. And you mix it all together, and it's supposed to be the new permeable base because it still binds or something, and it doesn't slide like 3/4 clear. This is a revolutionary new base material for permeable application. Supposed to create a bigger volume and have a better. I don't even
I don't know if
care.
I buy it, but whatever. I'm not the engineer.
All it is some it all comes from Dufferin, right? So Dufferin just created some ultra specific mix of some shit, went and sold it to a bunch of architects. So for 4 or 5 years, everyone's gonna have to buy it from them until everyone starts making granular oil.
Do you have what they call septic stone down there?
We have septic sand here.
We have septic sand, but we also have septic stone,
We
which
could
is
have septic stone. I don't do a lot of septic business.
like 1 inch clear, slightly bigger than 3/4 inch clear. But whenever you're building a septic system, you have to have septic stone, which I think this is all bullshit. It's a little bit bigger than clear. I can guarantee you the clear does the same thing. I'm no engineer, but I know that. Like you're not getting huge differences in quality of final product by using this $60 a ton septic stone compared to $13 a ton 3/4 clear stone.
But someone's making money because they branded it septic stone.
Septic stone. Yeah, we had to drive 45 minutes to get septic stone. And then keep the ticket to show the septic inspector or whatever.
A guy called me about septic sand. He's he's like, I need 4 loads of septic sand. I found this pit that supplies it really cheap. So I need one of your trucks for the day. Okay, cool, man. Whatever. Send me the details. He sends me the details. I call him and I'm like, yo, bro, like you're gonna get 2 loads a day. This is like 4.5 hour round trip. He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, the truck's leaving my yard. This place is like north of Peterborough from my yard, which it's like an hour and a half. So the truck's got to leave there. It's not driving to the pit for free. Then from there, he wanted to go to Brighton, which is like an hour and 45 minutes in a car. So I'm like, this in a loaded dump truck, you're like probably 2 hours, 2:05. Like, I'm like, then you got to drive back to this place and then back and then from Brighton home. It's like a 10-hour day for 2 loads. Is there not some cheaper place to buy it closer? Like you might be getting the sand cheap in the middle of fucking nowhere, but the trucking is insanity.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not good.
like is there not a pit that's you could pay $60 a ton for the sand and it's cheaper than all the fucking rigmarole of trucking it from the place that's $30 a ton. The only reason the sand is cheap there is because the place is so fucking far away.
Yeah.
Like,
My the guy who designed my septic system came to look at the sand and he's like, I don't trust this sand. We need to get it tested. And there's, I don't know, 300 tons of it already spread out. So what happens if the sand's no good? You put it back in the trucks and take it away again? Like, I don't know. The sand ended up being fine, but he just didn't like the way it looked. So,
do you think that sometimes people are just trying to be self-important?
I think so. Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
I don't like the way this sand looks.
I like the way we need to get this tested. Okay.
Didn't it come from a place where it was certified?
What's that, sorry?
Did it not come from a certified septic sand place?
Yeah, yeah. But he didn't like the look of it. He thought the septic sand guy was trying to pull a fast one on him and give us not septic sand. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because that's a scheme, apparently.
Have you guys ever prepared base on top of a septic tank?
Like to play a patio?
Yeah.
Not on purpose. Might have done it by accident.
Maybe
I,
we have.
I had somebody asking me to do that, I didn't think it was a good idea.
On top of their field bed or on top of their holding
On
tank?
top of their tank.
Yeah, I've done them over top of tanks and then cut out the access holes so that they could pump them.
And what, to put like a sleeve so that they could get through the base into the tank?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get a riser,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah. This one time, this lady was selling her house and she's like, I just need a nice patio in the backyard. She's like, but my holding tank's back there. She's like, bury it. What? It's like, yeah, just leave them a little hole so that they can pop a stone out and pump the tank out whenever it's time to clean it. Like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm moving to BC. Okay. I'll take your $15,000 and you can go to BC. Build your little patio.
No warranty on this bitch.
Yeah.
Boom, you're gone.
Yeah.
This is make sure that everyone knows this is non-transferable,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
It was a shitty access job, but got it done. And then the next year, I saw a giant load of sand in the driveway. So I'm assuming something was fucked with the septic. Maybe the field bed. Not the holding tank, but the field bed. I don't know. There was no room to get the sand into the backyard. I don't know how they did
Maybe the holding tank is.
it. I
Oh,
don't. Um, I got asked to do a seating job next week, and it's outside of the window. So I said no warranty on this. They said, okay, we understand, whatever. Um, and they said, okay, we have to put you on our vendors list. And they sent me, we're sending you the documents. And they sent me this 3-page thing to fill out. And it says, have you been audited by TSSA and all this other shit? No, 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 no. At the bottom, are you owned by 51% owned by a minority? LGBTQ, tranny, whatever. That's the list here. Whatever. I don't know why that's important. All we're doing is a site minimum seating job. Like it takes me as long to fill out this paperwork as it does to do the job. Can't you not just
are you 1% owned?
no, 51% owned? Like, are you more than half owned by I'll get what do the paper says? Women owned, minority owned, indigenous owned, 2SLGBTQIA plus owned, disabled or veteran owned.
Because that's an American company.
I don't know if it is.
Sounds American.
Well, they're
I
working
can't.
here.
I can't remember what. Oh, when we were doing that Adelaide roof thing, but that's like some big, huge company that's owned by Berkshire Hathaway, and they wanted us to prove that none of our materials came from slaves.
Well, I can't promise anything, but
And they're like, we need you to prove that. And I'm like, well, you're buying the materials. Oh, I said, maybe you should go prove that they're not bought by slaves or made by slaves. Like, how do I, like, what do you, I said, when this came up, I said, like, well, the supplier of the materials says they're not made by slaves. Well, can you prove that? Can they prove it? I said, well, you want me to fly there and make a video? I, like, I contacted the supplier of the materials. They said, we don't use any slaves to manufacture our materials. I said, cool. And I emailed it to you. They're like, well, we need proof. Like, you want me to do a tour of their factory? What are we fucking talking about here, man? Like,
yeah.
you know, it's fucking crazy. Like, and this is why when the guy brought up the rats, I thought we were legitimately trying to save the sewer rats.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Like, I legitimately thought we were saying, like, our society has gone so far down the fucking drain that I legitimately thought that these people were worried about disturbing the rats that were randomly living in the building. Like, they were going to come out of the woodwork and be like, oh my God, there's a jackhammer.
Well, maybe
Like,
they are in this little bunker that you found, just
it
full
could
of
be in
rats.
the bunker, full of rats in the bunker. I don't. Fuck.
My God.
It's
How much is too much paperwork for a site minimum job? Like, they also called me up and asked me to plant one spruce tree in June. Like, heat of June, 30-degree weather.
there's
And you
no
can't,
warranty on that bitch.
it's never, so how do you source one spruce tree? Am I going to call
Well,
Dutch Master and say, hey, send down one spruce tree, please? About six
well,
feet
we
high?
we have 4 nurseries within like 10 kilometers of us,
We
so we
don't.
could just.
We don't here.
I know. For you guys, it's a bigger thing.
Everything here is a big fuck around to get trees. Good trees? That's a fucking 4-hour drive down from Pickering. What's it?
Couldn't you just send one of your guys in a truck to go get one tree?
How much is it going to cost to plant one tree? This is an $1,800 tree by the time it comes home. Minimum $1,800 tree.
Probably more than that. Do you have to warranty it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because if you have to warranty it, that means you got to go water it.
Yeah.
You can't help. You can't hope for the best with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every watering is worth a minimum of $200.
Yeah.
By the time you get a truck, get a guy, drive there, water it, and leave. How far away is it from your shop?
15 minutes. Like anything in Cornwall, 15 minutes.
All right,
But
so I agree. You're probably $200 for watering. How
yeah.
many times do you think you probably need to water that tree once a week in the heat of the summer?
Yeah. We'll put a bag on it. Maybe you get away a little longer with a bag on it.
Yeah, you got a bag on it. So I think you're $1,000 in watering.
Yeah. Not to mention plant one tree. Okay, where are the locates? There's no
Well,
locates here.
then they're gonna say, "Do you dig it by hand?" It's one tree.
Good luck. Fuck you, dig it by hand. Did you want me to fill out a form for that too? I'll have the lesbians do it. Enough. Like,
Can you prove that that tree wasn't grown with any slave labor?
yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, I don't want to buy materials. Like I said to them, I don't want to support slave labor. I don't think that's good. But past asking the manufacturer, did you make this with slave labor? I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Investigative reporter. Mike
Like,
Pennington on the case.
I don't want this job that badly. Like, oh,
Must
this is my favorite thing. So on that job up on the balcony, because they had gotten screwed by the previous contractor, they're trying to save money. So they said, we're buying all the materials, you're just supplying the install. We're paying for the crane, we're doing all that stuff. There'll be no markup on it. I'm like, great. I don't want anything to do with paying for a crane and getting permits on Yonge Street in Toronto. And I don't want to warranty anything up on the fucking balcony. So I'm good with this arrangement. This is a fucking great arrangement. So they called Jack last week. They're like, hey, because these are 70 mil, huge 70 mil sunburst locusts on this balcony. Like they don't fit in the elevator. Like you don't elevator up these bitches. They called Jack. So last year they called Jack, said one of the trees doesn't look good. But they hadn't paid us the holdback for like 6 months on that job. I said, I'm not doing anything about this because I don't have any warranty on these trees. I could fucking care less. So Jack told them there's no warranty. This year, one of the trees died. I think to replace that tree is $10,000.
I'd say
You
they're
got
not a tree.
you got a crane bill, right?
Yep.
You have to figure out a way to get the old tree out of the building because you can't pick it up in the wire basket with the crane and crane it down because God only knows what kind of condition it's in.
Well, you could,
Burlap's all rotted, fucking.
yeah. I would take that,
So
but yeah,
what?
I would take that chance of craning it out.
Like, because if the burlap's all rotted and you've got it hanging over Yonge Street and the dirt just starts to disintegrate out of the ball because the cage, you know what it's like when you pull a cage out of the
Oh, yeah.
ground.
Yeah,
Like, what's that? That's falling onto Yonge Street, man.
yeah, but you got guys directing traffic at the bottom. You can't walk here. You can't walk here.
So you need when we did this job, it was in the middle of a bunch of other stuff they had going on. We needed 200 pylons to because you have to split Yonge Street in half so that you are taking over a full 2 lanes and people are driving like using the other side of Yonge Street 2 lanes to go both directions. And so there's like 200 pylons. There was 2 police officers. There was a fucking crane. There was 2 people spotting on either end of the fucking sidewalk for all the lift days. Like all of that has to go on to get the tree up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think it's a low end estimate to say it's 10 grand to replace the crane is probably 4 grand by itself. You got to rent the pylons or get them from somewhere. I don't have 200 fucking pylons. We were scrambling around the yard to find 3 fucking pylons today.
Fuck, I bought 10 last week. I don't know where any of them are.
I fucking hate
God.
pylons.
Yeah.
I said to the guys today, I said, pylons are like 15 bucks each, man. We need to stop fucking losing them. I don't get too rangy about much, but I fucking hate buying these pylons over and over and over again. Like, how much were the pylons that you bought?
$40? Because I had
Each?
none and I needed some. I thought, I'm like, yeah,
$40,
pylons, 25 bucks.
$40 each.
I think so. 40 or 30 or something. They're more than I wanted to spend on fucking pylons, I'll tell you that.
That's the title of this episode. It's
I
more
was
than I
thinking
want
that too.
to spend on fucking pylons. I just because Jack's like, how much did you replace the tree? I can't. I was like, I think it's at least 10 grand, man. And I don't want anything to do with organizing it. You have to send guys up there to dig the tree out of the ground.
Mm-hmm. That's a
So
big
that means
ball, 70 mil tree.
it's huge. So you have to get rid of the soil,
Mm-hmm.
which to your case, you're better to lift it out maybe and bring burlap and rewrap the ball and then swing the ball down.
You should bring an empty super sack up to the top,
That's a good
load the
idea.
super sack, have him take that down.
Yeah, that's a fucking great idea. If we do this job, we're doing that, Chad.
That's the winner.
That's the winning idea right there, the super sack.
Yeah.
But then once you take the tree down, when the new tree comes up, if there's not enough soil and you need mulch and all this shit's got to come up in the elevator.
No, it can go back up in the super sack. Some of that topsoil you dug out can go back in.
That's a lot of craning. I guess you got a 4 hour minimum, so you might as well
Yeah,
use
you
that
can
bitch as
get
much
this
as
done in 4
the
hours.
tree itself, one tree with delivery is probably like 600 bucks.
Yeah,
70 mil locust. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a $10,000 tree replacement. Jack's like, he told them or emailed them or talking to them. He's like, again, there's no warranty for anything we did because you chose to buy that tree yourself.
That was the greatest thing that ever happened to you on that job.
It's the greatest thing that ever happened to me on that job. Absolutely.
You could sell them like a potted tree instead. I mean, that doesn't take away from
The problem is there's 2 of them
tree
and
out.
they match on either corner. So you're going to have one 70 mil locust and one potted locust.
To me,
No architect is accepting that. It would be cheaper. You're right. It would be way cheaper to find locusts that fit in the elevator and then just kill the tree that's alive.
yeah. Yeah.
Dig out the fucking stump and then just plant them in the existing root ball that's in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Far
the
cheaper.
solution.
Yeah.
Kill both trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slaughter them both.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. That's what I would do.